Alright guys, I'm back with my review of this week's WWE Monday Night Raw for June 2nd, 2014. And this was one boring show. The big swerve at the end with Seth Rollins made no sense at all. I'll talk about that later. So the show starts off with Evolution. They come out and Triple H says that this thing with the Shield is not over yet. And this will not end until the Shield is done. And Batista says, the Shield? I'm done with the Shield. I'm tired of fighting them. I want the title shot you promised me. And Triple H says, you'll get your title shot as soon as we're done with the Shield. And Batista says, I quit. He does a Madison Rayne hand wave, and he walks off. So Batista quits the Shield. And I know the rumors were saying this would be Batista's last show, so a lot of people expected this, that they would come up with some way to write him off of TV. But I actually thought maybe they would swerve us, and at the end of the show, Batista would come out and attack the Shield from behind or something, and he would stick around for a couple more weeks. But no, they clearly had other things in mind. So it's Bad News Barrett and Cesaro versus RVD and Sheamus. Heyman saves Cesaro from getting brogue kicked. Cesaro leaves. So it's Wade Barrett left to fend for himself. He gets brogue kicked. RVD frog splashes him and gets the win. It was pretty standard stuff. Damian Sandow comes out as Lance Stevenson, some basketball player. He gets destroyed by the Big Show. Afterwards, Big Show dunks the basketball. This was very boring. Bo Dallas versus Kofi Kingston. Bo wins with the Dudley Dog, the Bo Dog. Nothing special about this match. So Stephanie comes out and she says the main event of the Money in the Bank show is going to be Kane versus Daniel Bryan in a stretcher match. Unless Daniel Bryan is unable to compete, then it's going to be a ladder match. The Money in the Bank ladder match will be for the vacant title. So instead of getting the briefcase, you're just going to straight up win the title. I thought that was a pretty good idea. Hopefully Daniel Bryan will be able to compete, even though I have no interest in that stretcher match. But at least they have a good plan B in case he's not well enough by the show. John Cena comes out and says Stephanie made this whole thing with Bryan personal. Daniel Bryan doesn't want to give up the belt because he doesn't think he's going to get another opportunity, and he's afraid that he'll be eliminated. This whole thing was just really stupid. I don't know why Cena was out there defending Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan can talk still. I mean, it's not like he's going to go out there and wrestle, so why can't he go out there and at least cut a promo? His wife just quit. Shouldn't Daniel Bryan be at this show? He was at the pay-per-view, so why can't he be here? It just didn't make any sense. I don't see what else they can do to build up Daniel Bryan versus Kane if they do think it's going to happen. Because Kane won't be able to touch him for a while, so it would just be more of Daniel Bryan running away from Kane, so you could have at least had him on this show to confront Stephanie, and then took him off the TV for a couple of weeks or something. But anyways, Stephanie says that tonight John Cena is going to face Kane. I thought the Stephanie Cena segment was okay. Then you get Kane versus Cena. I don't know what the hell this was. Kane refuses to back off, so he gets disqualified because the ref counts to 5. Kane continues to beat down Cena, so Cena wins by disqualification. Then Kane tries to tombstone Cena on the stairs, and Cena fights him off and throws the stairs at him and then leaves. So why not just have Kane win the match? I thought, okay, they're doing this so that Cena doesn't beat Kane, because they still think maybe it'll be Daniel Bryan versus Kane. We want Kane to look like a monster. But then Cena just kicks his ass anyway, so why not just have Cena beat him in the match? And then Kane gets upset and storms off like a spoiled brat. Hornswoggle comes out, he has an afro. Cole says he looks like Epstein from Welcome Back, Kotter. It's the Matadors versus Slater and McIntyre. The Bull rips Hornswoggle's afro off. He still has the Jason Voorhees hair going on. And he runs away. Heath Slater gets distracted, and one of the Matadors rolls him up for the win. It's Nikki Bella versus Alicia Fox and Oksana in a handicap match. Nikki's being punished for Brie's actions. Alicia beats her with the scissor kick. Then she proceeds to freak out on her. She beats her up. She starts running the ropes and just kicks Nikki's ass. I thought it was good. Harper and Rowan say they will take up Bray's cause and make the Usos pay because Bray's not there after the last man standing match. So the rocking chair is empty. It's Adam Rose versus Jack Swagger. I am not positive about this, but there was a girl in Adam Rose's entourage with half of her head shaved. And I think that may have been Silesia Sparks from Ring of Honor's House of Truth. But like I said, I'm not sure about that. So it's Rose versus Swagger. Rose had Swagger in the corner, and I was just thinking, please do not hit a Bronco Buster. I would hate for him to start using that move. And he runs and he just jumps on the guy once, so it's not actually a Bronco Buster, thankfully. I hate that move. So Rose hits the Snapmare Driver for the win. I didn't think it was a great match by any means, but it was okay. Harper and Rowan versus the Usos. Now, I know a lot of people probably like this match, and that's fine, but for me, I thought this was boring. This match lasted a very long time. Finally, Rowan beats one of the Usos with a slam, and I was just glad it was finally over. I had no interest in this at all. Del Rio versus Dolph Ziggler. The winner qualifies for the Money in the Bank match. Dolph taps out, so Del Rio is going to the Money in the Bank match, and I guess this means Dolph has no chance of getting in. Goldust and Sin Cara versus Rybaxel. At the pay-per-view, Cody said Goldust deserves a better partner. So Goldust chose Sin Cara. This guy. Axel beats Sin Cara, so Goldust still loses, and I assume this is going to lead to Goldust trying out a new partner every single week until Cody comes back. So then it's the Rusev Hero ceremony. Lana comes out. She's practically begging for heat. She says Edward Snowden is a hero in Russia because he went to Russia for asylum. This whole thing I thought was just absurd. If you want Lana to get some heat, give her a unibrow. Because right now no one cares what she's saying. They just think she's hot. But this whole thing lasted way too long. No one cared at all. Rusev comes out. They give him a medal. They play the Russian national anthem. And that was it. I thought maybe Big E would run out, but no, nothing happened here. Just really boring. So then it's supposed to be Roman Reigns versus Randy Orton. And the Shield's in the ring. Orton comes out with Triple H, and Triple H has the sledgehammer. So Rollins goes and gets a couple of chairs to try and even things out. And Triple H says that he has a plan B. There's always a plan B. And then Rollins hits Ambrose with the chair, hits Reigns with the chair. He beats the crap out of Ambrose, hits his finisher on the chair. Then Orton gets in and beats down Reigns and RKO's him on the chair. And Rollins, Orton, and Triple H stand together. I guess Rollins has joined Evolution, and that was the end of the show. Now, this makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. I said in my Payback review that I could see Roman Reigns joining Evolution because people wouldn't expect it, and he could fill the big man role that Batista's going to leave open. Now, Rollins is another guy you wouldn't expect, but he does not fill the big man role. I thought maybe they could do something at the pay-per-view with one of the Shield members joining Evolution. But to do it the following night is just stupid, because these guys fought very hard against Evolution to try and beat these guys, and they got the crap kicked out of them. Seth Rollins dived off the Titantron onto Evolution, and now he joins them less than 24 hours later? It's just ridiculous, and it doesn't make any sense. So I'm trying to figure out how they're going to explain this. How can they explain Triple H approaching Seth Rollins with this plan B? Did he say, hey, well, I mean, he doesn't even know Batista's going to quit, right? So did he say, hey, if Batista quits, we'd like for you to join Evolution, but if he decides to stick around, we're going to continue to kick the crap out of you? I mean, how did he go about explaining this? So yeah, this whole thing was just a really weak swerve. But I really have no idea where they go from here. And as far as Money in the Bank is concerned, I'm really not excited about that pay-per-view. The first thing they did on this show was eliminate Dolph Ziggler from being in the Money in the Bank ladder match. And he's the guy who would go out there and take the most bumps in a ladder match. Instead, they put Del Rio in over Dolph Ziggler. Who wants to see this guy? I have no idea what was going on with the show. I thought the booking was terrible. Even the camera work was off on this show. Actually, it's been off for a long time. But here, it was missing spots. Wade Barrett hit the Winds of Change on RVD, I think, and the camera didn't even catch it. And then at the end of the show, when Rollins, Triple H, and Orton are standing in the ring together, it cuts to the ramp for some reason. Whoever is running this thing, the director, needs to be fired. This shit has got to stop. Just the whole show had stuff that either made no sense or was really bad, like Damian Sandow as Lance Stevenson. Just what the hell is going on with this crap? So I did not care for Raw this week. I thought it was a pretty boring show. It actually started off okay, but then it just went off a cliff big time. So that's my review. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Leave your thoughts on this week's show in the comments, and thanks for watching. Bye.